That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Let Him Go, the latest film directed by Thomas Bezucha, which will be released courtesy of Focus Features November 6th, 2020.
Is his name spelled like a bazooka?
No, it's spelled Bezucha. And you are actually familiar with his first film.
And what would that be?
Big Eden. Remember about that guy that New York, I think he's a writer who goes home to Montana and he's still fascinated with his high school crush, but he falls in love with that indigenous man that runs that store. We've seen it. It's from 2000. He also directed The Family Stone from 2005 with Diane Keaton, Dermot Mulroney, that whole Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay.
This is a surprise video. I have no idea. What's the name of this movie?
Let Him Go.
Okay, tell us about it.
Well, it's based on a 2013 novel by Larry Watson, and it's set in 1950s across Montana and North Dakota. And it's about George and Martha Blackledge, played by Diane Lane and Kevin Costner. He was watching it.
Oh, this is about the... Okay, I didn't watch it, but I heard you watching it. You seemed really into it.
I did really enjoy it. They play... Diane Lane trains horses with her son, who's living on their farm with them.
Their adult son.
Their adult son. And his new baby that he's just had with his wife Lorna, when he suddenly dies. It's not exactly clear what happened, except I think they were training horses, and I think he was killed by a horse, because that's how she knows. She sees the horse wandering around without him. Fast forward to a couple years, and Lorna remarries this man who's very abusive, and Diane Lane, Margaret sees him hitting her grandson and the wife in the middle of the street. And when she goes to visit suddenly one day, it turns out that they've just left to North Dakota to live with his family without telling them. And she is perturbed that they didn't say goodbye, and Kevin Costner's he's an ex-sheriff, so they go on an investigation on their own to go find Lorna and their grandson and his abusive stepfather, and they stumble onto a pit of vipers, which is lorded over by Lesley Manville as Blanche Weboy, who's this very venomous, awful woman, and they end up having a bloody showdown to take their grandson back.
And do they...
You were there, you just didn't pay any attention. Kevin
Costner dies.
Yes.
Diane Lane?
She lives.
She ends up... So everyone ends up dying.
Except for Diane Lane.
Except for Diane Lane and the kid.
And Booboo Stewart, who plays Peter Dragswolf.
Booboo, the character's name is Booboo Stewart?
No, the actor.
Oh, wow.
He's the native... He's the indigenous character that they befriend.
How do they spell Booboo?
Booboo.
Oh my god.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
I like that name. It's funny.
Anyway, and if there's any kind of... I don't have problems with it, but there's a point to it. The Booboo Stewart character is this... He's living on the periphery of this town in North Dakota, and his backstory is that he was dragged away by the government from his family and re-educated, and when he returned to his birth family, they no longer recognized how he spoke, like he was divorced from his own culture, basically. And that is the subtext of what would happen to the grandson, because Diane Lane's only connection to her son is it would be lost forever, irreparably.
What did you like about this film?
I like Diane Lane quite a bit. She had good chemistry with Kevin Costner. They have this...
Better than Kevin and Whitney?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Kevin, the stiffness works well here. I think, I think if Whitney had been a little more vibrant.
You're not going to speak ill of the dead now.
Well...
Anyway, so you like Diane Lane and her chemistry with...
Kevin Costner. They have a lot of
okay.
non-physical, non-verbal cues that they play off that I think work quite well. But the real star of this, I think, is Lesley Manville as Blanche.
Okay.
Who's just excellent. Of course, she's a British actress. She almost sounds a little Southern Belle, but I don't mind at all.
Where is it set?
In Montana, North Dakota, in the 1950s.
Okay. What else did you like?
It reminded me of a Valerie Bertinelli Lifetime movie. Not
That's very
not
specific.
at the level that it's the. Well, it was kind of influential. I saw it as a child. Louise Fletcher is this terrible mother-in-law, and her son, who I think is Michael Ontkeen.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't remember the name of it actually. I forgot to look it up. But Michael Ontkeen kills this woman brutally, and Valerie Bertinelli is the sister, and she wants to adopt a kid while they're trying to find out a way to prosecute him. And there's this one very creepy scene where Louise Fletcher and her husband wake up in the bedroom, and the luminol has been sprayed, and she wakes up to see the blood streaks all over the wall. Anyway, Valerie Bertinelli is fighting for custody of this child, so she won't be in the hands of this monster, which is very similar to this, which I find emotionally resonant. I don't know, it's just a pretty good character thriller.
What would you give it?
I would give it 3.5 out of 5.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Bye.
Bye.